Did you share with him to call in on that?
Martin, you gotta unmute your microphone. Look at the bottom of your screen and it'll show a little red with a little line on it, and click on it. It'll go green and we can hear you. There you go.
Martin, are you on the line with us yet?
I'm good.
Oh,
Yeah,
good
you're
morning.
here now. Your microphone is unmuted, so when you unmute it, we can hear you now.
Okay, good.
Well, welcome.
Well, I'm just click over there.
We're learning a new method to communicate with each other.
See all my deer heads in the background?
We have about 5 more minutes, and as soon as we get Mike on the line and Donnie's is here, I think Leanne had indicated she was going to call in as well. Just an FYI, we are live on YouTube, so we've enhanced our communication capabilities. Do what?
We do have another caller we need to identify.
Okay, we have had another caller join us. Good morning. Who's joined us?
Kathy Harris, yes.
Good morning,
Good
Kathy
morning.
Harris. Welcome.
Thank you, sir.
Did I hear Mike's voice in that background? Apparently not. I'll do roll call in just a few minutes, just to be sure we've got everybody. Donnice has arrived, so welcome, Donnice.
Good morning.
We have another caller.
And we do have another caller that's joined us. Would you please identify yourself for us?
I guess that would be me, Judge Ford.
Good morning, Judge Ford.
Good morning.
Thank you for your attendance with us.
And then caller 6.
And then we have one more caller.
Okay, we do have an additional caller on the line. Can we get your name, please, if you've not already identified yourself?
This is Mike.
Hey, Mike.
Good morning.
Welcome. Good to have you.
Thank you, sir. It's good to be here.
It is, isn't it?
Yes.
We have Kathy Harris, Judge Ford, Jackie, Martin, Stephen, Mike, Buck, Glenn Kenny, and Chris Edwards.
Okay, after Kathy Harris,
After Kathy, Judge Ford.
I got her,
All right.
Chris Edwards.
And Glenn Kenny.
She's gonna make public comment.
Glenn has signed up for public comments, so we'll be here in the panel once we get the meeting started.
K-I-N-N.
I think it's K-E-N-N-Y. Yeah, that's good. Okay, K-E-N-N-E-Y.
We have one more caller.
We have another caller?
Yes.
All right, who's joined us? Good morning. Who? Okay. Buck, had you hung up and then redialed?
Stephen? Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
No, sir. No, sir.
No, he thought you were already on the line.
They are just monitoring. They're just monitoring the number of calls that would come in, but until you announce yourself, we don't know who's joined us. We want to be sure and acknowledge everyone.
This is the one and only Buck. Howdy. Howdy, Dad.
Nice to hear you, son.
Yes, sir, I'm really wanting to see some people too. I'm just about to go.
Are you going into withdrawal symptoms?
I am a social animal, and this is really drink my style.
Did he name himself?
Well, just stay healthy, Buck, is the message for all of us, isn't it?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
We have another caller.
We've not heard from them.
We,
I haven't heard from Leanne yet.
we have another caller on the line. We need
Good
to,
morning, who's joined us? Hello, hello. If you haven't identified yourself, please do so we can recognize you.
Hi, this is Michelle Cleaver, City Supervisor for Houston and Howard County.
Well, hi, Michelle, nice to have you. And that's M-I-C-H-E-L-L-E?
No, yes,
Okay,
M-I-C-H-E-O.
okay. And then the last name again, Michelle? Donnie's is gonna wanna put that down for the record.
It's Cleaver, C-L-E-A-V-E-R.
Very
I
good.
need to mute her.
Oh my gosh.
Okay,
That's dancing music.
We have-
C-L-E-A-V-E-R, Cleaver.
yes.
Okay, we have some additional callers. Who's joined us?
Hi, William.
Hi, Sandra.
Hi, good morning.
Good to hear your voice.
Any other?
And who's the other caller that's joined us?
Can,
Mary Allen.
Hello, Miss Terry Allen.
Hey.
Okay, on Michelle, did you say M-I-C-H-E-L-L-E?
There's no E on the end.
Okay,
Yeah,
And we have another.
M-I-C-H-E-L-L, Michelle.
and was it Cleaver with a V or a B?
Yes, I think I understand. It says
Another
C-L-E-A-V-E-R.
call.
Is that, did I get that correct, Michelle?
we have an additional caller.
Okay, we have an additional caller. Who's joined us, please?
Tanya Sheffield.
Hello, Miss Tanya Sheffield.
How are you?
Good, thank you. Well, good morning, everyone. I'm going to do roll call once again, just to identify for the record who all is participating in the conference call of the Commissioners Court meetings. It's a regular Commissioners Court meeting for the month of April. And those who are present with us include all 5 members of the court, which would be Martin, Stephen, Mike, Buck, Donnice, and myself. Additionally, we have Michelle Cleaver, who's joined with us, as well as Judge Ford, Kathy Harris, Terry Allen, and Tanya Sheffield. Jackie is also with us, as is Chris Edwards with the booster, and a member of the community who will be speaking to us in public comment in just a moment, Mr. Glenn Kinney.
And Sandra Williams.
And Sandra Williams, sorry, got that, Sandra.
Carry on.
Thank you. Did I say Terry? Okay, if I didn't call your name, be sure and identify yourself so you get credit as far as being in the minutes. Isn't that right, Denise?
That's right.
Anybody else joining us?
Historical record.
Okay. Well, good morning, everyone. It's, I'm sorry? Yes. Can you- That was Martin. He said, if you don't speak up, you don't win the prize. Okay, very good. Well, we're going to go ahead and start. I had just polled to see about the Pledge of Allegiance and the prayer, and we'll suspend with the Pledge of Allegiance this morning, but I believe, Donnice, if you will scoot around a little bit closer, you are going to be offering the invitation for us this morning. So let's pray. Donnice?
Heavenly Father, Lord, I just praise you for all your many blessings to us, Lord. God, I thank you for the presence that we feel, Lord, as we're reaching out to you for guidance, for healing, for our citizens, Lord. I thank you for the leadership that we have, Lord, that I know they're trying, doing everything they can, Lord, to save lives of our county and citizens of our county. I just pray your many blessings on God. I pray for the judge, for Ken, Lord, who's kind of out there on the front. God, that you would put your arms around him, Lord, let him feel your peace, your guidance, and your wisdom in Jesus' name. Amen.
Thank you, Denise. All right. We do have someone who has requested public comments participation this morning, and we are certainly welcome to receive those comments. Mr. Glenn Kenny has some comments to share with us this morning, and so with that being said, that's the next item on the agenda. And so, Glenn, feel welcome to address the court and those who are listening at this time.
Okay, will do. Thank you, Judge. My name is Glenn Kenny. I'm a resident of Danby. And, I want to thank you for allowing me to speak. I am speaking solely for myself today and I'm not representing any other person or groups at this time. And also, though I feel pretty strongly about this topic, I intend this as a respectful but sincere dialogue. Today, I want to discuss ending the COVID-19 quarantine. I say this as a 73-year-old man with a medical history of heart disease, cancer, and chemotherapy. I have all the people most affected by this coronavirus, so yes, I do have skin in the game. Now, the justification for this quarantine was the supposedly deadly coronavirus. As of today, the official figures say there have been a little over 20,000 coronavirus-related deaths in the United States. That sounds like a lot, but it's less than half the number of people who have died this year from the regular seasonal flu. The flu kills an average of 40 to 60,000 people in the U.S. each year, and even bat an eye. But we shut our country down for a disease with a 98% recovery rate. Now, the effectiveness of quarantine came from the knee-jerk reaction at the federal level trying to prove that our government was protecting us. This quickly filtered to the state governors into the county and city levels where most elected officials obey the federal guidance. Now, nowhere in the Constitution says that our individual rights may be suspended in the event of a virus. That is not the role of government. This forced lockdown and suspension of our rights is an anti-state response against which a free society must and will eventually rebel. Now, I saw yesterday that Governor Greg Abbott will issue new guidelines for the lockdown this week in an effort to restart the economy. They intend to do so in a safe, controlled manner. That's good news. I almost decided not to address you today since the leave may be inside. However, I may concerned Governor Adams may lift the restrictions in a safe, controlled manner, too slowly and too cautiously. Austin's idea of making progress may be too little, too late by our standards. Many of our citizens are very anxious and want to see the lockdown lifted as soon as possible before we are ruined. I'm asking you to talk to your constituents and your counterparts. We can't wait another month for relief. I know that the local six-county area of Tyler, Jasper, Newton, Jefferson, Hardin, and Orange counties can work together, put our people and businesses back to work quickly before our economy is ruined for years. I am anxious to see our lives return to normal. Thank you for your time. I mean that sincerely.
Thank you, Glenn, sorry. Thank you. Your comments are well taken.
Okay, thank you.
Yes, sir. Okay. We appreciate those public comments, and I think that probably everyone hearing those shares the sentiments of those comments. With that being said, we'll move to the consent portion of our agenda. We have minutes from two previous meetings of the 9th of March and the 23rd of March that are before us to take action on. Is there a motion to receive those minutes into the record as submitted?
I'll make a motion.
Thank you, Mike, for your motion. Is there a second?
I'll be back shortly.
Thank you, Steve Sturp, for your second on receiving the minutes of both the March 9th and the March 21st into the record. Comments or questions? All in favor, aye. Martin, do you have an aye? Stephen?
Aye.
Mike? Buck? Okay, so it is unanimous. We received those minutes into the record. We do have monthly reports, gentlemen. We do have probation department of, the juvenile that we have received, as well as the district clerk's office, the extension auditor, and JP1 reports. I believe those are all that we have to receive on
I didn't get one.
okay, it's been hand delivered here. It's in front of us. Gentlemen, do y'all have copies of the treasurer's reports? Okay. All right,
Yeah, I had copies of the phone.
okay,
Copies, but I can't look at them right
okay.
We do have the county clerk report.
And okay, we do have a motion from Commissioner Nash for the accepting of the monthly reports, and we do have them all at this time, with the exception of adult probation, I believe. Okay, is there a second to Commissioner Nash's motion on the monthly reports?
Michael, second.
Okay, thank you, Buck, for your second. All in favor, aye. That would be Martin made the motion. Stephen, do you agree with the monthly reports? Okay.
Aye.
Mike? And Buck, of course. So that is unanimous. We do receive the monthly reports into the record. Thank you, gentlemen. We'll move down to resolutions, proclamations. The one that we do have is for the Child Abuse Prevention Month. In visiting with Terry in regard to this, and because it is an action item that supports their annual activity on that. Terry, is it okay if we just receive the proclamation as it's usually presented to the court annually, or is there a desire for you to read it to us?
No, that'll be fine.
Okay. Is there a motion for the resolution for the Child Abuse Prevention Month? Thank you, Stephen. Is there a second?
Mike Marshall,
Thank you, Mike. Now, all agree on the resolution for Child Prevention Month. That would leave Martin. Okay, and Buck. So it's all, thank you. So it's unanimous that the resolution identifying the Child Abuse Prevention Month. Let's go now to the consider approved informational portion of our agenda. And we need a motion, gentlemen, for the opening of bids for all road and bridge materials, including the hauling for Tyler County. Jackie, I believe, brings that to the court's attention. And so is there a motion? Okay, there's a motion by Mike, and I think Stephen, did you okay about the second?
Correct.
Okay, so we have a second with Commissioner Sturt, Commissioner Marshall's motion. So Commissioner Nash, do you agree? Okay, and Commissioner Hudson? So it is unanimous. We will open the bids at this time. And
Okay, the first bid that we received is from Big Four Incorporated. And just so, commissioners, as soon as I open them, I will scan them in and email them to you, so that you can have them to look at, and then I will work on the price comparison. Our next bid is from Jack Alexander. The next one is East Texas Asphalt. The next one is from Brian Asphalt. next one is Thomas Supply Incorporated.
Thomas Supply Incorporated.
Then we have Kirkpatrick Construction. And the last one we have is Gulf Coast.
All right.
And there's all the road material and hauling business fees.
Thank you, Jackie. That is a total of 7 gentlemen, and per Jackie's comment, she will be emailing you each a copy of those bids that have been submitted to us. So we move to item B on our consider approve information section, and that's the opening of the bids of the petroleum products for Tyler County. Can I receive a motion, please?
Stephen Burke, make that motion.
Thank you, Stephen. And how about a second?
But,
Thank you. Okay, thank you, Bud. Martin, are you agreeable with the motion and second?
Yes.
Thank you. And, Mike?
Yes, sir.
That is unanimous, so, let's go ahead and move forward with the opening of those, Jackie, if you will, please now, and that's the petroleum products for Tyler County.
Okay, our first one is from Garden Oil. And our second one is C&I Oil of Beaumont, LP. And those are the only two for petroleum products that I received.
Okay, very good. Thank you, Jackie. So we have opened the bids for petroleum products, and we've received 2 vendors' bids. That'll take us to item number C, which is the lease renewal between Dollar Store and Tyler County for the building use. I've received an email from Jessica Rudy with the Dollar General. She is representing that Dollar General has an interest in renewing the lease for their Woodville location, which will be expiring September 30th, 2020. She has pulled together a file to begin to look at our store's financials and market information since they are within a year of the lease expiration, and would like to propose a renewed lease based on the following terms. To renew a 5-year lease from October 1st this year through September 30th of 2025, and the base rent during that 5-year period of time to $2,722.50 per month, and add 2 options, each at 5 years, for the rent during the first year to be at $2,858.62, and rent during the second option to be $3,001.55, and to revise the estoppel from 10 to 20 days. And we have become such a large company, it would be difficult to turn around in only 10 days. And then the final bullet point she has in her memo is that all other terms and conditions to remain as is per the lease. Okay. With that being said, she says, please let them know, look forward to hearing back from us. All right. Gentlemen, they started out their lease, in 2017, their rental fee was $2,475, and we are now, during this option 1, at $2,858.62. Option 2 would be the $3,001.55. And I'll just be honest with you, I don't know why there is the contrast of a few dollars difference per month from the $2,858 to the $3,001. I'll have to dig into it a little bit further, just to see. Yes, that would be appropriate. Yes, thank you.
I'm concerned about the 5 years.
Yes, I understand. Okay, it doesn't actually expire until September 30th, so we do have several months. It's just that they are seeking to move forward with this renewal as soon as possible. And so we can study it a little bit more. That is a table motion by Commissioner Nash. Is there a second?
Second.
Thank you, Mike. Okay, and Stephen, do you vote to table this item?
Correct.
And how about Buck?
Yeah.
Okay, so it is, the motion is tabled for item C. Thank you, gentlemen. Item D is adopting an order authorizing the sale of fireworks during the Memorial Day period, which is May 22nd through midnight of the 27th. Here is the position, gentlemen. If we do nothing, no sales occur. And per TAC legal, a county's statutory authority to permit fireworks has not been suspended by the governor at this time. However, the governor's most recent order, as well as some local orders, do not include fireworks sales as an essential service. Memorial Day is one of the optional fireworks times, and if the county opts to do nothing, fireworks sales will not be allowed. So what is the pleasure of the court?
Make it allowed.
So that's a motion to authorize the sale of fireworks during the Memorial Day period. Is that what I understood, Commissioner?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so there's a motion.
I'll second.
There's a second. Mike has the second to allow fireworks sales during the Memorial Day period. So with the motion and second, Stephen, how do you vote?
I agree, as long as there's not any ordering restricting.
Okay. And Buck, what is your motion? Order authorizing the sale of fireworks during the Memorial Day period 2020. Thank you, gentlemen.
Can I ask for clarification?
Sure.
Okay.
Clarification was there was a motion by Commissioner Nash to allow for the sale of fireworks during the Memorial Day period of time.
True, but Stephen said that he agrees as long as there's not an order restricting it, but the governor's order restricts it.
The governor's order just does not include it in essential services.
So let me read that statement again, Tony, just for clarification. The governor's most recent order, as well as some local orders, do not include fireworks sales as an essential service. I think to Commissioner Sturrock's point, the governor has the authority to override the sale of this if he restricts it, and all of us will be subject to that if that comes up in his order. I do not have that currently, but I think, Donnie, for clarification, the court is permitting the sale of it at this time. And then to Stephen's point, provided that the governor does not restrict it. Any additional comments, gentlemen? Okay, so it passes unanimously. That takes us to item E in the paying of the county bills. And Jackie, you have some specific things that you want to bring to the court's attention, do you not?
Yes, and I wanted to say, I think COVID-19 has got us all a little crazy. I panicked, Stephanie, when it said pay of county bills, because we're not through. We don't usually do that from the second commissioner's court. So I think where I got my mix up was is I wanted the deal for, Marsh waterproofing to make sure that the court knew that I was paying it, and I wanted to get that approval independently. I also sent you a report of the tables that we've done since last commissioner's court for approval, or ratification, the other. And the marsh waterproofing, we did go out to bid, the bid was the contract price. But he is requesting the first percentage payment that we agreed to pay him. But I wanted to make sure that the court was aware of that.
Okay, just for clarification, Jackie, we do have a copy of $60,660 that was presented by Marsh Waterproofing regarding their bill. And it was payment request number 1 regarding the work on the courthouse roof project. Are you saying that that is the one that you have before you, that you want to go ahead and have court to include in the paying of the bills for this agenda?
Yes, because it was my understanding that the court wants anything to do with the courthouse rehabilitation, brought separately, so it can be in the minutes separately, so if we have to look back, we can find it easily.
Very good. Gentlemen, I did sign off on that on the 31st of March. I knew that the work was nearing completion, and this particular bill seemed to be in alignment with what we had responsibility for. So I went ahead and submitted to the auditor's office as their request for the $60,660. And so, to Jackie's point, she's just getting confirmation that that's agreeable to each of you. I will also mention that they were here Friday. They did the final inspection. There's just one item that remains to be completed, and that's the exterior door coming onto the roof out of what is called the penthouse. The penthouse is the structure that is where the old tower used to be, and allows the access through the inside of the building onto the outside roof itself. And I spoke with Jessica this morning. They were here, they walked through the inspection, and they communicated all of the completion of the work with the exception of that one door, and they are just simply awaiting for it to come in. So I would just give you that from an informational standpoint. And then Jackie, do you also have a copy of what we submitted in the LaBeche group for this? I'm
I
sorry.
don't have a copy in front of me.
Okay, all right. It came through LaBeche because they're the architect. It had Marsh. The information of the amounts on both agree. It's both referencing $60,660. So it was submitted through LaBeche. It included the Marsh invoice, and that's the item that's before us at this point to take action on.
I make a motion, we pay that and speak for.
Thank you, Stephen. Thank you, Mike. Okay, so we do have a motion and second. And Commissioner Nash, how do you vote?
Yeah.
Okay. So we have a reluctance of yes, but you're still in agreement, okay? And Commissioner Hudson?
Yeah.
Okay, thank you. It is unanimous. We will authorize the auditor to move forward with the paying of the bills as have been included, as has been discussed, sorry. Okay, the last item on our agenda this morning, gentlemen, is just informational purposes. It is the clarification of the wording on the resolution for the disaster declaration. Here is what Eric had suggested that just be called to your attention. The disaster declaration was ratified by the court. I inadvertently included limiting language that is not supported by the statute. In my conversation with Eric on Thursday, he said, The court has already acted, they've ratified the declaration, and that's all that's needed. The statute doesn't support language to put a limitation on it. So that's the clarification that I wanted to bring to your attention. So we're all in good shape on everything that we've done with this clarification. So that's for informational purposes only. Okay, gentlemen, I don't know of anything regarding the courthouse remediation update to bring to your attention at this time, and I'm not aware of anything for executive session. Is there? Okay, who was that? Commissioner Dash? Okay, motion to adjourn, and who's second? Who was that? Mike, thank you for your second. Okay, Stephen, what is your vote? Okay, and Buck?
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
so it is unanimous. This court will adjourn at this time. Thank you all. Best wishes. Stay safe, and Godspeed to you all. Thank you. We are adjourned.
Thank you. Bye.
Thank you.
It's recording off.